Out of all the story times I have ever told on my channel before, this one just so happened to perform the best. So, without further ado guys, I'm gonna be retelling my best story yet. Yo, what is going on guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So today's video is going to be another life story time for you guys if you haven't picked that up already. This story time is definitely an interesting one, something real stupid that I did back in high school. I told this story time before on the channel about 3 years ago now, and out of all the story times that I've ever told, this one performed the best. So out of all my older videos that I ended up deleting over the years, this one is the only story time to have survived because, well, it's the only one to perform the best. So I'm going to be retelling it. This story time takes place back in the year 2019, like with a lot of my story times. Back in 2019, my mom used to work at a Subway. Now this is important to the story time. When my mom was working at the Subway, she was the manager. You know, she managed the place. She had an assistant manager, whatnot, all that shit. And I guess that they were having some problems with their printers one day. They had to get new printers. Whenever the hell they got new printers, my mom ended up bringing the old printer home from Subway. So currently, as of this day, we just have a printer from Subway. Not Jared from Subway, a printer from Subway sitting in our house. So I would say that's a bonus from Jared from Subway. Or is it Jerry? Fuck, I don't remember. Point being is, we now have a printer, and with this printer, I can now do something what I've always been wanting to do for the longest time, because this was in 2019, the year before Call of Duty Black Ops 4 had just released, and I didn't want it no more, and I just thought, okay, well, what if I were to just sell this copy of Black Ops 4 in the most ridiculous way that I can? So I went through the internet, searched up Call of Duty memes, and I found this one right here. It's just perfect. I asked teachers around the school if they could get this picture printed for me. I told some of them it was just for an art project, and they said regardless, even if it's for an art project, I have to ask that teacher in Pacific, which you guys damn well know it wasn't for an art project, so I didn't ask my art teacher for that. They said I needed to ask my art teacher specifically because they couldn't waste money on their printers or the ink to print this picture for me, so I was just kind of at a loss here for getting rid of this game. I could have just sold it in the original case that it came in, but I wanted to go all out and far with this, which, I mean, I guess it's not really all out. I'm just putting Call of Duty Advanced Poo-Poo in a fucking Xbox case with a copy of Black Ops 4 in it and selling it for $40. Regardless, I wasn't able to do that at first because we didn't have a printer of our own and no teachers at the high school would help me out with this task until fucking Jared from Subway shows up with the printer, aka printer from Subway, at my house, ready for action. I take this printer, I get it connected with my phone, and then I go through the internet, like I said, and I find this picture. I go ahead, I print it out, I take this piece of paper, kind of stuff it into the Xbox case. I put my copy of Black Ops 4 in it, and it is showtime! I go ahead and I get ready for the next day of school, get my clothes on, get my backpack on, head outdoor for the bus. Actually excited to go to school this day because, you know, I have something that I think is quite funny. I feel like I'm gonna get a few reactions out of this and possibly get $40, so let's go ahead, let's just go to school and let's sell this fucking copy of Black Ops 4, I thought. And that's exactly what happened. At least a little bit. Let me explain. I go to school and I'm just kind of walking around, talking to random people I've never even met before, talking to friends of mine, just asking them, hey, I have a copy of Black Ops 4, do you want it? And like, oh, let me see it. I pull it out of my bag and they just see it's Call of Duty Advanced Poo-Poo, and then some of them get a laugh, some of them just immediately walk away, some give me dirty looks and say, what, are you trying to fucking scam me? And then I open it up and said, no, Black Ops 4 is in here. Then like, are you stupid? Why didn't you just keep the fucking Black Ops 4 cover on it? And I just said, oh, I wanted to get a few reactions. I had a couple encounters like that. I don't think my wording was exactly like that, nor was theirs, but you guys get the general idea. I got a few laughs and some people just called me a moron. All of these interactions happened when I got off the bus, so a good amount of people who I actually talked to about wanting to get rid of this game, or people who I hadn't even, known at the time, nor do I think I ever will know. They were just random people who were also getting off the bus at the same time I was and just asking, hey, you want Black Ops 4? I got some reactions like those, like how I just explained, but it actually got until when I went to my first period class. One of my buddies who's in that class with me, I asked him, I was like, hey, do you want a copy of Black Ops 4? And he says, no, I haven't gotten Black Ops 4 yet, I've been looking into getting it. How much are you selling it for? And I tell him, oh, I'm only selling it for $40. And he says, oh, cool, do you have it on you? And I say, yeah, I have it on you. I say, yeah, I have it on me. I don't have it on you, what the fuck? I have it on me, is what I tell him. I go into my backpack, I grab Call of Duty Advanced Poo Poo, I pull it out, and I show it to him, and he just hysterically starts fucking laughing, bro. It's probably one of the best reactions I've gotten out of this fucking copy of Advanced Poo Poo out of everyone so far. And he was all like, oh wait, is that actually Black Ops 4? And I open up the case and I show him that Black Ops 4 is in there, and he was like, bro, I'll give you $40 just for that copy. I don't even think I want Black Ops 4. I'll just give you $40 for that. And that's exactly what happened. He fucking grabbed the case, he took the disc out, handed the disc back to me with a $40, and he just kept a plastic case, an Xbox case, that had a frame of Call of Duty Advanced Poo Poo in it. So I thought that was a bonus. I pretty much just got a free $40 and I get to keep my copy of Black Ops 4. Although I didn't really like the game too much, I still thought that was a win. And I just thought it was so funny how he was excited when I told him I was going to be selling him a copy of Black Ops 4. And then when he saw the Advanced Poo Poo, he immediately just said, fuck Black Ops 4, I'll give you $40 for this fucking plastic casing. And I thought that was even better, honestly. We do our business. He has his new copy of Advanced Poo Poo. I got $40 in my wallet. All is good this day. And then he gives me an even better idea. He says, yo, what if you were to just go online, find some of the most ridiculous hentai shit you can, and just tape it all up in the boys' bathroom? And immediately, I just knew that was something I had to do. That was my destiny. God was calling for me to do this mission. You know how missionaries go and knock on your door trying to spread the word of God? This was my mission right here, spreading the word of fucking hentai. Immediately when I get home this day, I search the internet far and wide. I come across a lot of cursed things that I wish I didn't see, only for me to come across this image. Actually, never mind. I don't think I'm gonna put it up on screen. Maybe a blurred image of it, but I don't think I want to get demonetized before I'm even monetized. I find the perfect picture for the job, and then I go ahead, connect my phone to the printer once again, and then I just start printing out a shit ton of these pictures, all of the same image. I have a lot of them, probably at least 25 of the same picture maybe, and when I was at it, I went ahead and printed more of those Advanced Poo Poos, thinking, hell, I could probably get some more money from these pictures. And what do you know, that's what happened. Around this time as well, my Xbox was broken. The disc tray, my Xbox wouldn't read or register, whatever the fuck you want to say. It wouldn't register the disc, so the games wouldn't play. So I just had a bunch of disc games sitting there that I couldn't use. So I went ahead and just put more Advanced Poo Poos inside of these copies of other Xbox games that I had. Then I went to school the next day. I made a shit ton of money off of these poo poos. Everyone wanted a poo poo so bad. I don't know what it was about it, but it was just really intriguing to some people. This time around though, when I was selling the poo poos, I was asking more of my friends, more people who I actually knew, instead of just random people. So I think that's why I got more luck the day next than the day before. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and fast forward. I already told my side of the Advanced Poo Poo story. Now we're getting on to the title of the video. I go into class again, and my friend, he sees all of these pictures, and he says, "You're actually gonna do it, aren't you?" I say, "Yep. You fucking gave me the idea, bro. I'm doing it." And he says, "Well, good luck, bro. Hopefully you don't get in trouble." Little foreshadowing there, maybe. I walk up to my teacher with all of these fucking printed out pictures in my hand, and I ask him, hey, can I borrow your tape dispenser real quick? And he says, what for? And I kind of let him in a little bit what my plan was. I tell him, I have these pictures, trying to pull a little bit of trolls on people. I'm just gonna tape these up around the school maybe a little bit. And I don't know what was going through my teacher's mind this day. He probably took a hit off the cart like he did in my last story time, but he said, okay. He gave me the tape dispenser. He said, don't get too wild with it though. Boy, I should have taken that advice. Really should have taken that advice. I get the tape dispenser, I walk back to my desk, then I start putting tape on each individual picture right here, and then right before the class is about to end, I ask my teachers like, yo, can I leave a bit early, go to the bathroom? And then he just kind of says, yeah, sure, don't do nothing stupid though, right? I get up, put the tape dispenser back on his desk, take all these pictures that I have, I walk to the nearest bathroom that we have. In the nearest bathroom that I was at, it was right in the middle of the school, like slap dab right in the middle of it. During passing period, like in this area, this is where most of the students would be. This was like the hot spot of the school pretty much, where this bathroom was. And for the record, all of this so easily could have been avoided if my teacher just told me no, but for some odd reason, he gave me the go-ahead to use the tape dispenser for this godforsaken reason. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I make my way over to the bathroom and then I get to work. I start taping up all these hentai pictures all over the bathroom. The main entrance to the door, I put one on the front side, and when you walk into the door, I put one on the other side, so whatever you do, you're going to see this picture regardless. There were 3 urinals and 3 stalls in the bathroom, so that means that there were 6 actual places you could use the bathroom in total. So with that being said, when it came to the urinals, I put one above each urinal, and then I also put one on like the stall blocking off the urinals each side, you know? And then when it came to the actual stalls that had the toilets in them, I did the same thing with what I did with the front door. Put one on the front side of the door, one on the back side of the door, and then one above each toilet. After that, I leave the stall area. I hop up on top of the sink so I could reach the roof, and I tape a couple of them to the roof as well, just to get all of them off of me so I have none of them on me, so if something happens, the evidence couldn't be traced back to me, you know? After getting all of the pictures taped up in the bathroom, I go outside and I just wait until the bell rings. And once when the bell rings, we kind of had our spot right in between the boys and the girls' bathroom in the quad area of the high school. That's where we hung out every passing period. And as soon as the bell rings, all of my friends show up. We're all sitting out there, we're all hanging out, and then I start to notice some people go into the bathroom, and some people come walking out of the bathroom laughing, and others just come out looking not amused at all, just looking really confused and disgusted in what they had just seen. Some of my friends take note of that, and they look over there and they just kind of ask out loud, it's like, what's going on over there? What's happening in the bathroom? And I just say, go look for yourself. They walk on into the bathroom, and a little bit later, they don't walk out, and I just think that's a little bit weird. They're probably getting a kick out of it, so I thought, and I walk into the bathroom, and oh my god, there were more people in this bathroom than there are allegations against Dream right now. It was insane. All of them are all on their phones, just recording the bathroom, just fucking screaming out loud, yo, who put up hentai in the bathroom? This shit's funny, bro. It's like, I want to know who did this shit. It's like, who put up hentai in the bathroom? This shit's just a bunch of different reactions, bunch of people laughing, just a bunch of people just really confused. It was great, bro. I don't think I've ever seen that bathroom packed full like that before. If someone pulled out a fucking DJ kit, damn, that bathroom would have been fucking raving right then, but too bad that didn't happen. I walk back out of the bathroom after when I find my friends in there. It took me a little bit to actually find them because of how packed that bathroom was. I find them, tell them what happened, what my plan was. We leave. Then as soon as I'm out of the bathroom, I go back to the spot where we usually hang out at. And I just see one of the worst things I could have ever seen in my life. It's like the odds of this couldn't have been worse. In my last story time, I mentioned the classroom that I was in is called an alternative school, an alternative classroom. It's just a little classroom that was off in the back of the school where they threw all the degenerates in. And there was also another classroom that they had at the high school, which was a special eds class. So like students who needed more help actually functioning in society and shit, more students who didn't have the ability to talk. I'm trying to go into this as lightly as I can to give you a general idea of what this classroom was. So in this sort of classroom, you would imagine everything in here they would have. This classroom had their own separate bathroom, so anytime when one of their students needed to use the bathroom, 9 times out of 10, they would just go use that bathroom. But on this day, in this situation, nope. And you guys might be thinking, why is this a problem when one of the sped kids uses the normal bathroom? And it's not necessarily it's a problem that he was using that bathroom. It's fine that he was using that bathroom. I don't have a problem with that. It's just the fact that he was being escorted by one of the teachers who works in that classroom. And I just immediately knew, it's like, she's gonna follow him in there. I just knew it. And to my surprise, nope, she just kind of waited out in front of the door for him. And there was a little detail that I forgot to mention before this. I thought it happened after, but it wouldn't have happened with the teacher standing out right in front of the door. But the first time when I walk out of the bathroom, one of my other friends who shows up, she's the one who has the vape. We're the one who's all feeding off of her vape and shit. And she looks at the bathroom and she says, what's going on over there? It's like, why is there so many people coming in and out just laughing? And we all just say, go look for yourself. And to our surprise, that's exactly what she does. It's after when she comes out of the bathroom is when the teacher and her student shows up for him to use that bathroom. And I'm just kind of standing there, real nervous, just on edge a little bit, thinking, okay, any minute now, she's gonna go in the bathroom and she's gonna get that student. Any second, I just knew it was going to happen eventually. And every once in a while, she would just kind of open up the door and say, hey, are you okay in there? It's like, do you need me to come get you? Type of bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just kind of standing there, nervous as fuck. And you guys might be thinking, well, why didn't you just walk away? Because the friend who gave me this idea, he hadn't shown up yet. He didn't see what I had done in the bathroom, so I had to stay there. I had to wait and see his reaction because he's the whole reason why this even happened to begin with. And then finally, after a few minutes of the teacher standing outside the door, she finally walks into the bathroom to go and get her student. And she is in there for a little bit, I should say. And I'm just kind of standing there just waiting. It's like, oh fuck, I'm screwed now, definitely. It's like, there's a possibility she won't know it's me. And then I started to think, okay, there's no way she could put the dots together. There's no way she could find out it's me. I'm safe. Or at least I thought. Finally, the friend who gave me the idea finally comes walking on up, and then he sees the picture on the door, and he starts fucking laughing. And then I walk up to him, and then he says, you actually fucking did it. And I say, yep. And he says, hold on, bro, I need to get a picture of this. He takes out his phone, he takes a bit to get to his camera, and once when he gets to his camera, he like fucking tries and gets that close-up angle, tries to get the GTA cinematography. Jesus, I can't speak right now. He was trying to get that angle, so he was taking a while to actually get the picture. And as soon as he hits the fucking button to take the picture, the bathroom door swings open, and that teacher just looks mad. She looks fucking furious, and she has every single one of these pictures in her hands, and she looks right at me, and she just says, I ruined your fun, Damon. And I could have gotten away with this, like I said, because there was no evidence connecting the dots back to me until I said this. No worries, I have a printer at home, I can get more. Yeah, that was kind of fucking stupid of me to say now, isn't it? I'm about to run out of gameplay, so I'm gonna have to speed the rest of this up as quickly as I can. She tells me, alright, well then, go to the principal's office, you just admitted it was you. And I say, nah, no thanks, I gotta get to film class right now, I got shit I need to do. So I just turn around and I start walking to my film class. And the second when I start walking away, I just get that real sketchy, nervous look on my face like, oh fuck, I'm screwed. I just got caught doing this shit. I just told the teacher no to go into the principal's office. I just turned around and walked away. It's like, I'm definitely fucked. I hurry up, I get to my art class, not my art class, to my film class. I sit down. When I'm sitting in my seat, somehow the word had spread really quickly that I was the one to do this. I don't know how people found out it was me so damn quickly, but it somehow did. And a few students in the film class immediately walked up to me, and they just kind of patted me on the shoulder and said, bro, thank you so much for your sacrifice. Like, your bravery truly touched my heart. It's like, we don't know what we would do without such a brave soldier like you. It's like, okay. It's like, I didn't go out and fight a fucking war and save America single-handedly. It's like, I don't think I should be deserving this kind of praise, but thank you, I guess. I'm flattered. After being claimed a war hero by all the dudes in the film class, I go ahead and I sit down in my seat and I just log on to my computer, start listening to the teacher to get ready to do my next assignment. And shortly enough, it didn't take long, but the phone call happens. The teacher walks back to her desk, she answers the phone, she gets off, she looks right at me and says, "Hey, they need to see you in the office, Damon." And as a lot of people just look at me immediately, and some people just start laughing, and the film teacher's just sitting there confused, and she's like, "What's going on? Did you do something?" And I just say, "You'll probably find out." I get up, I grab my shit because I kind of had a feeling this wasn't going to go well. Usually when I go to the principal's office or vice principal's office, I just kind of leave my shit back in class. But I just had that sneaky feeling that this wasn't going to go well. This wasn't going to be a good interaction. So I get up, then I walk over to the principal's office. And then I sit down right outside the office, just waiting. And then sure enough, the vice principal walks up and he says, "Let's go into my office, Damon." Real disappointed in what I heard. And I go into the office, then I sit down, and he immediately just starts giving me shit. He pulls out a book that has like all the rules and shit in it, then he goes through this one page and he says, "Sexual talk or nudity of any sorts will not be allowed in school and can lead to immediate expulsion or suspension." And I was just sitting there kind of like, okay, I mean, I really don't care. And deep in my mind, I really did care because I didn't want to have to hear the shit from my parents, but I was just kind of giving off the impression that I didn't care. But deep down, I really did. And then this motherfucker reaches into his desk and then he pulls out the pictures that were up in the bathroom and he just gives them a long, hard look in front of me with just, I can't even describe the face. It was just pure concern. At this point, it wasn't disgust, it wasn't confusion, it was just concerning to him. He was just looking at it just fucking scared, just baffled at what he was looking at on this picture. I really wish I could have found an image to show you guys, but once again, it's probably for the best that I wasn't able to find a picture. He looks back up at me and just says, "I truly have no words for this. I'm just so disappointed." Acting like this is the worst thing to have ever happened to him in his life. Like, I've seen some shit happen to him. Nothing bad, necessarily. Just, okay, I'll give you a quick, brief rundown of it real quick. I was heading to my art class one day, and on the way to the art class, I kind of walked in front of his car, and there was just a dead bird, stuck in the grill of his car. It's like, I would say encountering a dead bird stuck in the grill of your car is probably more of a situation that you want to be concerned of than whatever the fuck it is you're looking at in this current situation. But whatever, I guess you have bigger things to deal with. He then proceeds to say, "I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to these, just in case if something like this happens again, we know who did it." I should have said this out loud. Probably a good thing I didn't say it out loud, but I was like, sure, yeah, you want to keep those just in case if this happens again, you know who it is. You're not gonna take those home and fucking touch yourself to them. I definitely know that's not the case. That's not what you're gonna do here. Like, I was caught once for it. If it happens again, you're obviously gonna know who it is. You don't have to hold on to this picture to know who it is. Like, the thought process behind that was just, it made no sense. It's clear what he wanted those pictures for. It's like, you don't gotta lie about it, bro. Just come clean. I end up getting suspended from school for 3 days, and then I have an entire week of in-school suspension after this, which, I gotta say, that's kind of a brutal fucking punishment, don't you think? That's a little bit unnecessary. Like, yes, I get what I did wasn't the most appropriate kid-friendly thing to have ever done in life, but that's a bit of an extreme punishment, don't you think? Anyways, that's pretty much the end of the story. Nothing really came out after this. Pretty much the rest of the day, all the boys would see me around school and they were like, yo, thanks for your sacrifice, bro. Just dumb shit along the lines like that. Pretty much making me feel like a war hero. So, or no, not the rest of the day. I was suspended that day. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. When I got back to school, a little bit of shit like that was said, but you know, the victory was short-lived. I wouldn't say it was worth the win. With the amount of trouble that I got in with the victory that I got, definitely wouldn't say it was worth the win. So, anyways, that's it for the story time. If you guys did happen to enjoy it, please consider giving it a thumbs up because it really shows that you guys appreciate the content and it makes me more motivated into doing it. And I'll see you all for the next video. Peace out.